Hello everyone, Lily Smith here. Bit late, but I just finished watching the last episode of season 2 of Dead City, and again it was an interesting one. Like not the best. It continued roughly a year after the first series, and basically involved New Babylon, which is the policing lot wanting to go over to Manhattan because they found out that the Croat, which I've actually found out the proper name for him now, um, was essentially dissolving zombies and turning them into energy to power up Manhattan the way it used to be powered up. So essentially, New Babylon wants that good old methane. Maggie and Maggie, Jenny, and Jenny, not Jenny, and Herschel agree to go with them as well as oh no oh god the other guy. I completely forgot the guy's name, unfortunately. Um, that they all go over and they essentially get attacked on their way over. It turns out that the Croat lot is using dead people to launch at the boats that are coming over to try and stop them from coming over. However, New Babylon succeed in coming over, and they end up meeting with I kind of want to call them like natives, because it looks like they were like the New Yorkers from back in the day before all the shit went down. They end up living with them for a while, and then it turns out that these people are weird because they want to keep the walkers alive, and they don't kill them. As an example, they ended up killing one of their own who was injured anyway, cutting out their heart and essentially feeding the heart to the walkers, and just letting their dead friend just essentially roam free. It's like odd bunch, but they do help him for a little bit in exchange for like supplies and that, for like shelter. In the meantime, Negan has essentially decided to join the Dharma, not the drama, because I said drama last time. So he ends up joining them. It looks like he's been in jail for the time between season 1 and season 2, and essentially decides to work with them as well. Um, so essentially, that all like comes to a head like towards like the middle of the season, when Maggie decides to basically infiltrate the bases and find a way in. That was wonky for some reason. So yeah, they end up finding a way in, and it's essentially like they meet up. Like Maggie and Negan meet up sometimes, like not all the time, because it shows her like, oh, what Maggie's doing and her lot, and then what Negan and his lot is doing. Essentially, they meet. Well, Negan and the Croat meets with a that's the only thing, is I don't think they actually said his name, but is a guy who runs another community, like army community, in one of the museums in Manhattan, and the they essentially want the methane for themselves. So it's like Negan is pitted up against this guy's lot, and it's like this guy's like really eccentric guy, and is a bit unusual to be around, and he's got like a hidden agenda. But Negan also ends up explaining to the Croat, is like, why do you follow directions from the Dharma? because she's essentially manipulating the Croat. And it's like the Croat wants to basically go away. Like he wants to go back to Croatia, and he wants to like visit his family over there, which is fair enough. I did call him, like, I thought it was German in the last season, in the last review. No, it's Croatian. He is Croatian. I actually found out what country he's from now. It'll makes more sense. So it's like in this one you actually see like a different side to Croat, because like he doesn't really want to be involved in this. Like he just wants to go home, because like he doesn't want to get killed. But like essentially, Negan essentially tells him that he cannot live by the Dharma's rules if he don't want to. Like he can basically go away and like live life on his own. And like they the Croat and the Dharma basically have a fight at the end of episode five, not five, episode 7, I believe, which resulted in the Dharma being killed, supposedly. But because in the final episode, which shocked me because I thought she was dead, she's pretty much alive. She was just injured in the fight, because in the previous one it looks like she burnt to death. And no, it turns out that she found a body to actually place there as a way to fake her own death, essentially. But before that, well, while like they was thinking that she was dead, the Croat decides to meet up with Maggie, or Maggie meets up with the Croat, and because at this time Herschel decides to fuck off again after the bear fight. Yes, there's a bear fight. He decides to basically piss off somewhere, so the Croat basically says, "Follow me, I know where he is." Turns out that was a lie, because all the aggro of getting to this place, and he wasn't even there. But she saw a light through the window and found out that that's Herschel's signal, and actually goes there and finds out where he was. And then she essentially gets knocked out by the Dharma, who turns out it's alive. In the meantime, Ginny actually meets up with Negan, wants to kill him for killing her father, ends up not being able to do it, faints, and turns out she was stabbed or injured. I don't think I actually showed. I'm pretty sure it did, but I forgot. She was stabbed in the side, and Negan had to go to the Manhattan hospital and essentially find a way to fix her up, get medication and that. He ends up going to the pediatric ward, which has all the medication apparently, going through like dormant zombie children, which is like they're like dormant. They're just like looking around like very slow. It's like, ain't you going to attack? But it was easy for Negan because he ended up pushing past them. He ends up basically getting. I'm pretty sure it was the methane, because he got knocked out, and he essentially hallucinates. He hallucinates someone running away, goes after him. Turns out it was his late wife Lucille. And then it turned out to be his current wife, which was Annie, and her son. So yeah, she made a cameo, but guess what? It wasn't even her. It was all a hallucination, because he looked behind her, and Ginny was standing on the balcony above him. Was not there as well. But he looked around and actually saw a breathing machine, which he took and hooked it up to Ginny, and basically breathed for her. And essentially, like the last episode is that was part of the last episode. It all like comes to a head with the other guy. I think his name is Kit something, like Kim Kim Coates, I think. It was the same guy that was in that Resident Evil Retribution one, where Alice comes in with the red airplane and like saves people or meets people in this tower block building, and he played a director in it. It was that guy. Interesting character, and I actually do like the actor as well. He's like really good actor, I think. He's like plays a really eccentric character in it. But anyway, his character and Negan both meet in the church, and yeah, it all comes to a head. They have a fight. Negan goes after him. It turns out that the other guy from Babylon, who was with Maggie this entire time, he ends up going with him to try and get Negan, because he still wants to essentially kill Negan at this point. But Negan is back to his old self again with the old baseball bat that electrocutes people now. It's been modified by the Croat, and he essentially obliterates the Kit's character, the other guy. He was going to do it with the Babylon guy, but I think it's Alexandra or Adams. I'm not quite sure. I seriously can't remember. But he kills the other guy as well, and it's like a bit over the top the way he did it. Maggie sees this, and obviously it brought back bad memories of Negan killing her husband Glenn. But she goes after Negan for it, and wants to kill him, but because this was in the prison bit where Ginny was on the on the old breather machine, it showed that unfortunately she turned while Negan was in the church with the other guy's people, and yeah, it's a bit really emotional scene. To be fair, it's like really upsetting to see, and obviously like Maggie felt sorry, like she was a bit upset seeing it too, and essentially decides to save Negan. So the three of them, still alive, go up and actually find out that the rest of the Babylon community has all arrived on the island, and their plan is obviously to take all the methane back to the mainland, and possibly get rid of Negan as well, because that was the other guy's plan first of all. Yeah, like at this time, yes, that's the thing. It's like Herschel in this series, I don't like the character Herschel anymore. It's like he was a good kid, but it's like, oh, you're so obsessed with Negan, I didn't even know him. It's like all this and that. It's like, fucking hell. At least do what your mother says. It's like, actually care what your mother's like feelings are towards Negan. She obviously hates him because she saw him kill her husband. But it turns out that the Dharma in the past, when Herschel was a prisoner in the island, she admired his drawings and essentially let him know that she wants to basically rebuild Manhattan into a better place, and essentially groomed him, essentially. And but by the end, he ends up going with her again. So it basically ends up with, would they go back to the old past, or do they trudge forward? And they decide to go forward, essentially. Obviously, like Maggie needs to get her son back. She needs to defeat the Dharma. The Croat was essentially gone, but by the end of it, he ain't dead. I don't know. Would he be back in the third series? There is going to be a third series. They say spring, summertime. I'm hoping. To be fair, like for me, even though people are saying, "Oh, Leviathan's shit," to me, I really don't mind. I'm actually enjoying these spin-offs. So yeah, it essentially ends like they're still on the island and they're basically wanting to push forward in life. So I'm guessing the next series is going to basically follow on from when this one goes off. I mean, yeah, they're all like injured. I'm guessing it'll be like a few weeks, like months afterwards. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what exactly happens in season three. So yeah, we got two more spin-offs to go. We got obviously Dead City season 3 and Daryl Dixon season 4. Both are coming out this year. Dead City first, midway through the year, and Daryl Dixon in the autumn, fall time, September, October, that sort of thing. Can't wait. It's going to be a good one, I think. But yeah, that is it for the last of the Walking Dead reviews. Until next time. But yeah, tomorrow will be, well, tonight will be a uh, a weekly recap. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys next time.